Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, September 24th, 2015 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is when I love the world, I can see the beauty in everything. And I'm laughing because I'm having Mercury retrograde technicalities and the horoscope for today is very retrograde-y feeling. There's a lot of things going on, so that's why I'm like, are you going to work? Are you going to work? Anyways, the key to today, I feel, is going to be in two things. The number one thing is in our mantra for today. Find the beauty in everything. Let that carry you through. Recognize, okay, these lessons, although sometimes they push my buttons, they are great lessons for helping me shift in myself and feel better. That's what it's always about. It's always about getting to a place where it feels better, where you're really loving yourself. The other thing I think is important, always, when Mercury and Uranus are playing major parts in anything, our nervous system can be triggered. Our nervous system picks up on that electrical energy, and Mercury and Uranus both carry a lot of electrical energy, so they're abounding in today's horoscope. So if you can ground in the morning, just spend a little time grounding, connect to the center of the earth, do some earthing, whatever your grounding process is, put some earthy oils on your feet, whatever it is for you, ground in, connect in, so you're ready for today. So today, let's talk about the astro. We got some shifts coming. We have Mars shifting into Virgo later in the evening, and we also have Pluto going direct later in the evening. But I'm going to talk about the stuff happening earlier in the day. So I mentioned it will be retrograde-y. Uranus and Mercury are playing, and we start the morning with the moon in Aquarius, which Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, connecting to Mercury retrograde in Libra. So a lot of that air energy, spurring on the electricity. Moon in Aquarius is feeling rebellious. It's feeling, I just want to be true to myself. And Mercury in Libra is like retrograde. And so, Libra sometimes is like, well, I'd like everything to balance out in the world. But Mercury retrograde in Libra is like, okay, rebellion? Sure, let's do it. So you may feel that coming up in yourself early in the day. I also feel like the moon and Uranus connecting to Mercury actually retrograde. Uranus and Mercury, I think they're both kind of like tricksters, not in a bad way, not in a evil way. Nothing's bad, evil. It's just they like to play games. Uranus is rebellious. It's like, I'm going to do things my way. Uranus is the planet. It's like even spins a different way. It's upside down. It does things its own way. So that connection starting the day is kind of just setting the tone. Be ready to flow with it, and work with your own inner rebel that's going to be coming up. It's funny, Nicole and I did our GPS, and we both pulled the rebel card for this week, so this is probably tuning into this. Mercury is then going to connect with Pluto. Pluto, this is the last connection before Pluto goes direct later in the day. So Pluto has been in Capricorn, shifting our structure, helping us get into our purpose, shifting our structure in ourselves, shifting the structure outside. So Mercury retrograde, along with Pluto retrograde, right before it goes direct, this is really helping us shift. And I really feel like there's two things that are coming up with this. Everything's two today with me. One, Mercury retrograde in Libra is helping us deal with our aloneness. Have you gotten comfortable with yourself, as yourself, by yourself? Or do you still fall into lonely? I'm lonely if I don't have somebody to entertain me. I'm lonely if somebody's not reflecting how wonderful I am. Can you, for yourself, reflect how wonderful you are? That's going to shift your structure. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, shifting that structure. How can you be good to yourself? The better you are for yourself, the better you'll be in the world. The better you are to yourself, the more you'll be in alignment with your purpose. We have to be good to ourselves. That's part of your responsibility to this world, is to be good to yourself. And part of that is knowing how to be alone with yourself. So it's a square. So that resistance might be coming up. Find your peace, find the beauty in the lessons, it's all good. Then the most rebellious connection of the day, we have Moon in Aquarius connecting to Uranus. And this plus also the earlier connection of the Moon and Mercury, ideas, inspiration, aplenty, all over the place. Have your handy dandy notebook, because I feel like when we don't ground them in, when we don't write them down, it just spurs off, and I feel like that can even trigger the nervous system. Tune in, but also recognize yourself. And maybe you need to be rebellious. Not for rebellious sake, but for your own sake, because you're rebelling against, like, it's not about rebelling. It's just about really being true to yourself. Rebelling against the ways you haven't been true to yourself is basically where the rebellion may need to come in. I really feel that very strongly for me. And helping that, Mars, 29 degrees through most of the day until it shifts into Virgo. But that inner child is going to be feeding into this action. And the inner child, if you're not being true to that the inner playful, the inner creative within you, inner child knows how to rebel. So pay attention, and pay attention to any ways your body may be rebelling, you know? Your body will be showing you signs. So speaking of the body, Mars shifting into Virgo. And what I really love about this, you know, we just had the sun in Virgo. We had all those lessons. We have Jupiter in Virgo. Mars, you know, you might have had these ideas like, oh, I really want to eat broccoli regularly. I want to put more salads in my diet. I want to exercise. I want to do yoga. And you had all these ideas like, yes, I want to do this for my body. It feels good to do this for my body. And then it didn't happen. Here comes Mars to bring that energy in. I do want to mention Mars in Virgo can also stimulate the OCD, like I have to do everything just right. If you find yourself in that, take a step back, breathe, get back in your body, and realign with what's really important. And then get your things done. And the other thing I want to mention, as Mars shifts signs, sometimes energetically it can feel really wonky because it's like, oh, I don't have the energy. If you don't have that, you know, it's okay, take a break. We're in crazy energy right now, eclipse corridor and everything. So it's going to come. That energy is going to come as Mars moves further in, once it gets past 0 degrees. We then have the moon in Aquarius connecting to Venus. Venus holding down that space in Leo, in that self-love. And this, I think, is feeding into that rebellion again. You know, the moon in Aquarius, the individual. And there's that Venus vibration, like the Libra vibration that I connected to earlier, that's still like, I want things to be pretty and harmonious. But Venus in Leo, even above harmonious and pretty, is like self-expression. So, you know, that's all the rage today. Be true to you. And then finally, we have Pluto going direct. Pluto has been retrograde since April, and I have been on such a journey myself since April of this retrograde, getting into my purpose, things shifting the structure in my life. So just take a look. You know, it's going to take a while for Pluto going direct to really feel it. Pluto moves pretty slowly, but we're going to be moving outward. We've shifted some stuff in here. We've shifted some stuff in our lives, and then here we go. We're moving forward out into the world again. The final thing that I want to mention, the Sun's also going to be conjunct North Node today. And North Node is a destiny point. There is some big relationship stuff happening. I think it's as we become more true to ourselves, our partners, our friends, our coworkers are either coming along for the ride or they're falling away. So just recognize the significance of this shift. So the cards. First card, ordinariness. There is a gift in every moment. See the beauty in everything. How is this a gift? Even when it's like Uranus triggery. And how you get past this. Be yourself. This is the card, the magician. When you are yourself, you are magic. When you are one unto yourself, when you're true to yourself, you're magic. Listen to your inner voice. We have the magician and the priestess. There is so much magic. There is so much in the ordinariness, so many gifts of magic. So pay attention, tune in, and be good to yourself. Namaste.